What is it that most Catholic apologists on YouTube get wrong in their explanation of justification and what St. Paul means on justification? This is something that's very important because as a Catholic, I am convinced that many Catholic YouTubers actually are not familiar with, or at least they can't fully describe the actual Catholic Church's teaching on justification. So, how is it that St. Paul seems to contradict St. James? And many people will go to St. James and to prove that Catholics teach that we are saved, that we are justified by faith plus works. Well, what do we mean by justification? When Paul describes justification, he is usually describing this scenario of picture Jesus Christ being a temple. And inside that temple is salvation, is forgiveness. Inside that temple is new life. You are by nature outside of that temple, and you are dead in your transgressions. How good do you have to be to merit entrance into that temple? How many good works do you have to do to merit entering into that temple and finding salvation? Do you have to be so good? Do you have to do so many good works? Do you have to enter into that temple and therefore be justified by faith plus works? Well, the actual Catholic answer is no, you never will deserve entrance into that temple. You do not merit in any way entrance into union with Christ, and therefore you do not receive the righteousness of Christ that makes you placed in a state of salvation by works at all, nor by merit at all. In this act of initial justification, where God justifies the ungodly, this is what's known as the justification of the impious. And this is usually what Protestants are speaking of when they speak of justification. It must be said that Catholics believe that the justification of the impious is by grace through faith and not by works. Now, once inside the temple, now we can increase in our relationship with Christ, we can strengthen our faith, we can grow in holiness, and we can even prove that we actually have living faith. In this, the Catholic Church speaks of as the justification of the pious, the justification of those who are already saved. That's what James is speaking of. But if you're taking James's language, that no man is justified by faith alone, and you're placing that to mean that we are not justified by faith alone to enter into union with Christ, then, my Catholic friend, you are teaching heresy.